In this video, I'm going to show you how to download and play the Pokémon Lazarus ROM hack. This is a fan-made Game Boy Advance game created by Nemo622. This game takes place in the new fan-made Ilios region, which is inspired by Greece. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need is an actual copy of Pokémon Lazarus, which we can get from PokemonLazarus.net. I will leave the link to this page in a pinned comment below. Once you are here, go ahead and scroll down until you see download. Click on it. It will take you to this page. Scroll down again. And here's the links, and it says the latest version is version 1.0. And you want to click right here where it says Mediafire. Then go ahead and click download. And your download should start. The next thing we're gonna need is an actual Game Boy Advance emulator. Now you can use any Game Boy emulator you want, but the emulator I prefer to use is MGBA. Now I will also leave the link to this page in the pinned comment below. Once you are here, go ahead and look over to the right and click on downloads. And since I am using Windows, I'm going to download for Windows, and you have an option to download Windows Portable or Windows Installer. If you're planning on putting this emulator on an external drive, then go ahead and use Portable. If not, you can just use the Windows Installer. Once you click on that, that will also start downloading. So I have moved the two downloaded files to my desktop. Here I have the emulator, and here's my Pokémon Lazarus ROM. Now let's go ahead and open the emulator. Now you can't see my screen because my user control came up. When this comes up, just click yes. Select your language. For me, English. Next. Go ahead and accept the agreement. Next. Now choose where you want to install this emulator. For this video, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it on my C drive, but if you guys want to store this emulator somewhere else, then it's up to you. Do you want to create a start menu folder? This is optional. For me, don't create a start menu folder. Next. Leave everything here checked, and we're also gonna get a desktop shortcut. Next. And install. We're gonna uncheck all of these because I don't want to open the emulator yet. I want to show you guys what it looks like on my desktop and finish. So here's our new desktop shortcut. We no longer need the zip file, so we could go ahead and right click on this and delete it. Also, we will not need to extract the Pokémon Lazarus ROM, so we can leave it in a zip format. Now let's go ahead and open the emulator. Now we're gonna make a few changes in this emulator to get the best performance. So let's go up to Tools, Settings, go down to Interface, and let's go ahead and uncheck the box Show FPS in Title Bar. This emulator is super easy to run on any computer, and we don't need to see the FPS. Now let's go down to Emulation, and let's click this box for Enable Rewind. This will allow you to rewind your gameplay. Let's go down to Enhancements, and for the video renderer, we're gonna change this from Software to OpenGL for the best performance. And for the resolution scale, we're gonna go ahead and bump this up to make the game look a lot better. I have a 1440p monitor, so I go 1440p. You guys can bump this up to whatever level you want. Now, if you don't have a controller and you're gonna be using a keyboard, then come down to Keyboard, and you can see which keys are mapped to which buttons, and if you're not happy with this, then you can change them. Now, if you're like me and gonna be using a controller, then come down to Controllers. And for me, I use an Xbox Series controller, and this emulator will detect what controller you have connected to your PC. In my case right here is reading my Xbox Series X controller. Now to map your buttons out, you just want to hit Set All, and whatever button is highlighted blue is the button that's ready to be mapped out. So right now it wants you to hit what button on your Xbox controller you want to be up. So I'm just going to press up on my D-pad. Now right on my D-pad, down, left, I'm going to select which button I want to be my A button, which is my B button on my Xbox controller, and I'll use my A button on my Xbox controller as B. Select, start, left trigger, right trigger. Now let's come down to shortcuts, and over here, click on emulation. Now these shortcuts are basically our hotkeys, and the two that I like to change is the fast forward. So we'll just click on it, and I'm going to change this to my F key and rewind, which I'll change to my R key. Now we can also set shortcuts on our controller. Come down here, click on gamepad. I'm going to go back up to rewind, and I'll select my Y button on my controller. And for fast forward, I'll do my X button. And over here under gamepad, you will see that the Y button shows up as 3 and the X button shows up as 2. We are done here. Let's come down to apply. Now we can go ahead and load the game. Now there's 2 ways to load your game. You can come up to File, Load ROM, and locate the ROM wherever it is on your PC. Or you can simply click on the ROM and just drag it right into the emulator, and it will load up. Now, if you want to go full screen, then you press Alt and Enter. Thank you guys for watching. If this video was helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already.